Good afternoon. It's a little bit of a one-take Friday. Aaron didn't go to Eindhoven, so this is the last time not going to Eindhoven. Monday, things back to normal. So, didn't have practice yesterday, have practice tomorrow, used to practices on Sunday, got a Boral tomorrow night. Things are still like, the thing is like, the road is flattening. That's not a Netherlands joke, but the road is flattening. We're not waiting for the schedule to happen. Aaron won't be going to the Boral because we need alone time. And I'm like, I completely agree. And so I'm just walking along the rail. This is the one that goes from Mouterport down to Amstel. I'm heading in the direction of Amstel. I'm actually heading over to what was done almost 4 months ago. December, November, October, September, August, 5 months ago? No. December, November, October, September, August. Yes, 5 months ago. You realize how hard it is to count the months backwards? And so I'm heading over to this little play place. My knee's still relatively skinned. I'm going to the pool afterwards here to not do anything about the knee. That was two separate thoughts coming out at the same time. But yeah, so what to do. I'm just gonna climb up in here. There's a chain bridge. One of these things. Yeah, when I had to edit that video because when I jumped off from over there to get down, I landed so hard the phone fell out of my hands. But yeah, that's an icy heading back in to probably from Utrecht or Rotterdam to Central. It's like the 4th of January. We're at 5 months. Oh, Pokemon's still open. According to calendar days, not actual number of days, so we'll go with months because that's always a fickle amount. But if you scroll back to December, November, October, September, and I did that just twice again, so it's a little easier. I have been here for I began my journey 5 months ago. And Saren has gotten his contract extension, so we're here until 2020, October, so most of 2020, which means aside from any career-ending injuries, Aaron likes to do, except I'm actually next to wood. Our table's wood too. I've got at least 2 seasons with football, at least 2019 and then 2020. I know it already sounds like, oh my God, it's 2019 and you're only here until 2020. That's true, but you know, the contract was extended from October. So, yeah. Google Timeline has just recently gotten its publishing of 2018 and it's got some furthest journeys. Well, technically the furthest journey is from Loosdrecht to Villepinte, according to Google Maps. The farthest trip, I don't understand how this one worked, was a trip I took in Vancouver. I don't know how this happened, but Google Maps went screwy. I was in there for 8 days from, it said Vancouver, 8 days. I'm sorry, what? I had gotten to my sister's on the night of the 3rd. And that was with all the pups and stuff, and I was getting ready to leave because my flight was on the 4th in the afternoon, and I wanted to make sure that the car was dropped off someplace. And Kathy was going to drive me over there because, you know, Willie had his license. Not regretting any of this, and I just figured I'd come here to this fireworks extravaganza. Literally looked past the camera to get a little thoughts going on, and I saw the fireworks shells. Anyways, and some of the scorch marks. Kind of feel like Eddie Murphy in that Daddy Daycare thing. I'm looking around at all of them. I'm not going to show them y'all. But anyways, I don't know how many times to recount what's gone on. I mean, I did the Dashric Rewind, and I know that was long. That was like 3 hours of footage, but how do you combine an entire year into anything less than 3? The fact that I did that in 3 hours and only took... My hard drive's getting low. The solid state drive's getting low. I'm only about 10 gigs free on it. It's only 225, and I have WoW, Heroes of the Storm, Star Trek Online on there. 3 MMOs to an extent. Heroes of the Storm is. Not. It is. No. It's whatever League of Legends is. What I can. Things are starting to settle down for us. We've got Aaron's contract settled. We've got our bank account settled. We've been using Tap to Pay. I'm getting better at Dutch at least. I asked what was in something, and they both the ladies in the bakery looked at each other, and the older one went, "Almondel?" And I was like, "Almond, okay." I understand the words. When Aaron and I were at the hospital, I had looked at all the various, and I needed to figure out where like counter 1 was to make his next appointment. And I just was like, I'm spacing the word right now, but I saw it, and I was like, okay, well, 3 is closed. And then I saw the sign that was just like pointing to number 1, and I saw a nurse lady, and I was just like, Afspraak, whatever the word for counter is, aim, and she pointed to the door, and I was like, oh, okay, because where we thought 1 was, where the number 1 was actually on a counter, nobody was there. So it was just late in the day. Anyways, and Aaron's like, I don't even know what you said. But I'm getting my way around by just using simple nouns. Very basic stuff. I mean, if we need to get complicated, I try to go English. Not everybody's really good at English, especially in the older generation, and not every, and unlike, as I've said before, unlike the people that go to the States to go visit, there are people around here that live their everyday lives and pretty much only ever need to speak Dutch, so they're either lax on their English or they never really passed English very well. A lot of the guys with football are pretty good at English because they pay attention, they read stuff in English. They're also younger. Some of them are, in their 18 to 25, versus I think some of the ladies at the bakery are in their 30s. But anyways, when you deal with much more American culture, like sports, especially for football, you tend to deal with a language that's only in English. So you got to keep your English abreast. You got to keep it up. But yeah. So like I said, I'm here. There's a swing over there. It's a rope swing. Zip line. I keep thinking I was just... Yeah, it's definitely time to go. A sprinter's going by. That's a good note. I have practice tomorrow. We'll see what's going on over the weekend. Practice is only an hour and 45. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Probably going to be installing stuff, taking my pads and everything. This isn't like semi-pro back home where it's just like all that jazz. And if you guys have any weird like internal prayers or wishes or holy beings or whatever, figure out a pathway for me to be able to help Willie to get over here. I don't care if he's just here for school and gets a degree in something or whatnot. I don't care. I don't know how to get him over here. Their school is pretty much the only close to option, and I'm not sure what that all requires, really, because none of the teams over here pay. And a lot of other teams do pay, but they're in other countries, and he's got to get a little bit more down on the dog-eat-dog world. But to get him here, to have a better life, I took absinthe from a stranger on New Year's Day, technically. I took absinthe from a stranger. Not even a second question. Absinthe? And I stopped recording. You want to try some absinthe? Stopped recording. I remember telling him, I will stop recording for a shot of absinthe. And I took a shot of absinthe. I don't fear for a lot of things. And that's the thing that I'm getting over. It's a little bit less, I'm a little less scared of everything. I'm a little less cautious. But paranoid cautious. And I hope that rubs off and it keeps continuing that way. Hopefully for Aaron too. But Willie needs it also. He needs to know that life isn't all that scary and torturous. Anyways, bye. Bye.